All right, guys, Coach Dana Cavalier here with you, and I want to go over a very important lesson. And, when I talk to you on your coaching calls, a lot of times it always comes back to how do you define winning? What does winning mean to you? And I've noticed a common theme with an inability to truly define what winning means at the level of personal fulfillment. So, we could focus on our external factors, the cars, the houses, the money, and all of that, right? And we can say, okay, we've won in those categories because we have those things. But oftentimes we can get those things and still feel that lack of fulfillment or that I'm still losing. But when we look at all that we have and all that we've built, we say, wait, how can I be losing when I've basically achieved what it is I am supposed to achieve? And I think that's where things start to skid a little bit, in that there is no supposed to in what we're supposed to do. We're only supposed to do what it is that we feel that we are called to do. And I meet a lot of folks that I speak with or that I coach, that they go and build a dream that really wasn't theirs, or it was theirs at a certain point in time, and then it's no longer theirs anymore. And they're trying to get the feeling of when they first started this thing and their passion was high and they were feeling really good 10, 15 years later. And oftentimes it's very hard to do because you have changed as a person through your life experiences. You've also changed just in terms of what you enjoy and what your preferences are, where you want to allocate your time. When you're 20 years old, working 15, 16, 18-hour days is just a part of it. But when you're 40, 45, and 50 plus, you don't want to take those 18 hours a day and put it towards the meetings, the business, and all that, because there's other things that you want to achieve. Personal health, personal relationships, family relationships, socialization that's not business related, right? So we have all of these things now that we want to do that are different than when we were 20 years old. So I have a PDF called How Do You Define Winning, right? It's something that I've either sent to you or I'm going to send to you. And, just on the title page, it says, how do you define winning? We all want to get to the next level, but what does that image look like? We must define it before we can achieve it. So wherever you are right now in your life, in your career, don't be afraid to hit the pause button and slow down. Now, you're still going to go to work, but in terms of, building something, I want you to take a little bit of time and make sure what it is that you are building is the right thing. It's what you want to do. It's what your heart is into. It's when you look at this, you say, this is what I should be doing, and I know it. And I want to make sure that you're doing it, okay? So it's super important that you understand that, because that's going to give you energy. Because we all know when we fake it, it's really hard to fake it, and it's depleting in nature, all right? So, I want you to also understand this. If you're a type A high achiever, you're an entrepreneur, you are also a builder. You're a builder. You are the person that is typically going to lead the charge in whatever it is that you set out to do. You're going to lead that charge. You're going to gather people around you. You're going to influence them, and everybody's going to then go after what it is that you set out to do as an individual and as a team. So you're a builder. And I find also most people that are builders, they get frustrated when they're not building and they're not growing. So we have to look at our life and say, where am I building? Where am I growing? Where am I not building? Where am I not growing? And realize that oftentimes can lead to frustration. And in that frustration, you're going to start to feel like you have to start searching, and you go in this search and rescue mission for, some people say it's your purpose, but your purpose is always within you. It's just up to you to quiet the noise and quiet the other variables around you so that you can take advantage of that gift and that purpose that sits within you. So simple stuff. There's a line that I wrote in the PDF, and it says, define what is in your heart, and that's more important than what's in your head, right? So oftentimes when we get confused, we start to think and overthink, and and we draw charts and we draw this and we draw that. But if you can slow down and quiet yourself enough, you'll be able to know what it is in your heart that you really want to do, what it is that you really should be doing. That's my biggest issue with a lot of the personal development coaching that's out there. It's telling you what to do instead of encouraging you to find within yourself what it is that you're supposed to do. So this is just a really simple lesson that I wanted to share with you. And as you go through the PDF, and I have it open in front of me, you'll be able to go through some of the questions, right, that you need to ask yourself in order to provoke and bring out that response of what's inside your heart. So take a look at the PDF. What does winning mean to you? And figure out what is in your heart. And realize this: in moments of quiet, in moments of calm, in moments of peace, and oftentimes when we're working with our hands, or we're exercising, or we're doing something that has nothing to do with work or no relation to work, that's when some of our best thoughts actually just present themselves. I want you to listen to those. But make sure you give yourself the space and the time to where you can take advantage of those thoughts, okay? So that's my lesson for this week. What does winning mean to you? I want you to define that. I want you to take this really seriously, and it may not come to you in a quick minute, but it may and will come to you over time as you ask the question, ponder the question, and think about some of the feelings, if you will, that are within you or showing up, okay? I know it's a little bit deep and could be a little bit woo-woo to some of you, but I want you to take the time and allow yourself to kind of have the feel as to what it is you should be doing next. And you'll realize that you'll be called to certain things. And you may already be doing what it is you want to do, what you love to do. And maybe there's just not a lot of fulfillment. Maybe you need to think about some of the things you shouldn't be doing within what it is that you're doing, okay? So real simple stuff. Stay with it. It's a process, and we'll work through this process together, okay? What does winning mean to you? Check out the PDF, enjoy it, and we will continue to talk about it. This is Coach Danny Cavalier. See you later.